Today is September 25th, and today's quote is entitled, "Is it healthy to fault ourselves?" Finding faults in ourselves is meant to create an awareness of where a problem resides. It allows us to know that we need improvement. It is not meant to discourage us or make us feel there is something wrong with us. However, a person who finds it difficult to forgive himself or who has low self-esteem will need to be soft on himself, at least for some time. This is based on my own experience. As you know, humility requires introspection. It requires the ability to see our faults, acknowledge our faults, and then work on them. But the problem is, if I acknowledge my faults, I may become discouraged by those faults. I may feel guilty, shameful, just lose energy, just become depressed. We talked about this before. So what I've found is that if someone needs self-forgiveness or someone needs to increase their self-esteem, we have to be a little sensitive with ourselves when we're doing this kind of introspection, because we already feel that something's wrong with us, or we're bad, or we're not good enough, or we feel guilty in some way. So then to become more acutely aware of our faults can have a very negative effect on us. So the idea is that if we're dealing with a lack of self-forgiveness or lack of self-esteem, we shouldn't be overly focused on our faults because it can have a detrimental effect. So we have to take it a little lightly, not that when you do introspection and you really get into it, it can be dangerous for some people because they're always putting themselves down. So this is just a caution, a warning. If you feel you need self-forgiveness, if you feel you lack sufficient self-esteem, then you have to be easy on yourself when you're doing introspection. Kind on yourself, gentle on yourself. We've talked about this, so that you don't discourage yourself as you're becoming more self-aware of where you lack, of characteristics that you don't have, or bad qualities you do have, or things within yourself that need improving or changing. So just accept that that's human, that's normal, and that's part of the process of Krishna consciousness to become self-aware and to work on ourselves. Because we know if we're not self-aware, then we can't work on ourselves. So self-awareness is certainly essential. But we want to have self-awareness in a sensitive way, so that that self-awareness doesn't become the cause of our own discouragement, our own frustration, our own distaste with ourselves. Hare Krishna.